What's up, y'all? It is your girl, Breezy, Lonnie, Natasha. No matter what you tell me. Anything y'all call me. And I'm here tonight for a special episode of Lessons from My Exes, the podcast. This is going to be live with one of my good friends, the wonderful, amazing, talented Marlon Green. So, super excited to have him. I'm gonna tell y'all a funny story before I bring him in. We actually recorded the episode and it didn't save, so I am blessed that he is coming back to talk to me again. And I know for a fact it's gonna be just as good as the first one. He had some knowledge, some amazing things to say, and I'm so glad to have him as my first guest. So let me bring him in. Let me go ahead and bring him in. Talk about all things Marlon Green. I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited. Hey, Marlon.
Hey.
Welcome back. We're doing this part two. Part two. You
Yeah.
still got the incense flowing for me.
I got a new one.
Oh,
Got
you
to
got
light
a
a
new
new
one.
one up.
It's a new one?
New glass, new ice.
What are we sipping on?
It's the same thing. And what's funny is I haven't had any whiskey for a long time. Probably this may be the first I've had this year.
Wow.
And this is the second glass, so you're getting sort of a different me now. Hopefully
Uh-oh.
not too different.
Okay. Well, we gonna start this off like we started off the original one, and that is with asking you, who is Marlon Green?
Novelist, children's book author, director, stage productions, screenwriter, and filmmaker.
Nice.
New film, We Go Deep, sexy romantic comedy coming out this fall. We just wrapped. I'm excited. So
Congratulations.
thank you.
So, We Go Deep is a romantic comedy, correct?
Sexy romantic
Sorry,
comedy.
sexy. That's important. Um, what is the synopsis, I guess? Like, what is it about?
It's about a sexy woman, very
Okay.
intelligent executive that has a friends with benefit situation. A friend with benefit situation with someone probably 6, 7, 8 months, something like that. And her agreement is, I need to see you every Friday. Let's have some fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to be gone by a certain time because I like sleeping alone. So she's pretty much in charge and in control of her life, and she doesn't run around looking for a relationship. She really enjoys it, so she's happily single. And they are forced to spend the night together due to some unforeseen circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
And they realize they really do like each other. And now she's caught between the her that she's been all this time and the awakened her that has to deal with this love on her doorstep.
Uh-huh.
And she has her friends and neighbors and exes. All of them are all around her in her circle. So it's gonna be fun. Can't wait for y'all to see it.
I can't wait either. Where can we check it out at?
I have no idea yet. Hopefully everything goes well, negotiations work out once the trailer hits and the editing really begins because we're just beginning the editing process.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be on one of these streaming services or maybe even in theaters. Who knows?
Amazing. So, is We Go Deep based on one of your novels, or is this just a film that you created strictly from your mind?
Yes, an original from my brain, from my creativity. No, not one of my novels yet. One of these days, I'll be blessed with the opportunity to produce a movie from one of my books, but no, not yet. We're getting there.
Okay, awesome. So, like we spoke about earlier, let's get back into some relationship stuff since majority of my podcast is based around that, right?
All right.
Um, what would you say was a moment when everything switched for you? Like your way of thinking, your way of seeing relationships as a whole, changing your perspective on relationships as a older man versus a younger man dating. What would be a good example of a time that changed your outlook on dating?
That would be when my ex-girlfriend told me that she wanted me back.
Okay.
Now, we broke up because of her and some things that she did. She didn't cheat or anything,
Okay.
but it was some things that she was involved in, and a road she was going down I couldn't join her on.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, "Yeah, let's do it. I'm ready. I got my thing together. Let's do this relationship thing. I want you back."
Okay.
And she was stressing that we were face to face. I was like, "All right." She broke me down. I was like, "All right, cool. Let's do it." And then I had to make a run. So right after we finished that conversation, I drove 45 minutes down 295 Baltimore Washington Parkway. And then something popped in my head. I said, dang, it's one more thing I need to ask her. We need to clear up one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I called her. This was probably around 8:30 at night. And she didn't answer. And I said, oh, my little sexy baby probably in the shower. Washing them long legs. That's some real long legs, long, pretty legs. She probably in the shower. 15 minutes later, she still didn't answer the phone. I said, well, you know what? She probably got to put some shea butter and moisturizer on them long, pretty legs. So it's going to take a little while longer, too, so I understand that. And then 15 minutes later, she didn't answer the phone. So I got back on the road, got up to her apartment, and her car was gone. And by now, it's about 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm like, oh, so she out doing her thing. So that was my first and last time having, I would say, an altercation. I would say an emotional altercation because I wasn't mad that she went out with some dude or whatever. I was mad that she said all these things because I didn't ask her to be in a relationship. So
Mm-hmm.
it was like she was, I don't know, being manipulative or trying to be a player, asking me to be in a relationship and then go step out with somebody 30 minutes after I leave. So I had to talk with my father afterwards. And I didn't give him all the details, but I told him a couple of things so he could get the gist of the story. And he let me know that whatever a woman does is her choice, her body, her mind. You just have to be accepting of it,
Mm-hmm.
or not. You roll with it or you don't roll with it. So it's on you. But by no means do you have ownership over her. So and that really changed my paradigm. From that day forward, since then I haven't had any bad situations, any altercations, any misunderstandings. Hey, do your thing. I got you.
Okay.
Or I don't got you.
Because it's your choice.
Right now, I got you on your decision.
Yeah.
I may not agree with it, but yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Whatever makes you happy.
Okay. So, you being a filmmaker, author, and actor, host of other different things that you're dabbling in this industry. Has that ever been an issue in your relationship? Have you ever dealt with any kind of jealousy or women that feel like you're just too busy and not enough time for them and you can't really deal? Like, have you ever dealt with that?
Yes, I know when my first book came out,
Mm-hmm.
I had a girlfriend at the time, and she wasn't accepting of me getting attention from other women. She wasn't accepting of me going to book clubs. Wow, the women gotta call you. They can't find any other authors to call. Dang, why you gotta be all in that? It's all women too. I don't like that. I don't like that. Tell me something. Can I go? Oh hell no, you can't go. See the police. They can look at this little pee whoop dude
Mm,
up in here.
mm,
Had to
mm,
bring his little
mm.
girlfriend with him. She was older
Exactly.
than me. Yeah, she was older than me too. But he got to bring his little girlfriend with him, a little chaperone, to make sure none of these women get to him. But yeah, very territorial, very jealous, and I can hold my own around a bunch of sexy ladies. I'm just there to entertain, have a good time, uh, getting them some insight into what they're reading,
Yeah.
and just just enjoy ourselves. Eat some tapas and drink some vodka, whatever they had, whatever they were serving.
You seem like the kind of guy that has a lot of female friends. Is that true?
Yeah, I do. You know what? I learned a long time ago. One of my jobs, they had this calendar
Mm-hmm.
with all these sayings. Every day of the year had a different saying.
Mm-hmm.
And one, and I still have it too around here. It's like 20 years ago. But one said,
Wow.
one said, never cut what can be untied. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So every time a relationship ends, you ain't got to fly off the rocker. You ain't got to throw things. You ain't got to say F you. I don't ever want to see you again. I hope this happened to you. Now, no, sometimes things don't work out and y'all break things off peacefully. But y'all can still be cool. So I'm actually still cool with most of my exes. There's one I'm not cool. One can't stand me.
Mm.
But yeah, most of them I'm real cool with.
And
For
how?
real.
And if you're in a current relationship, how does she feel about you being cool with your exes? Does that ever come up as an issue?
No, because that was a prerequisite. Because my ex was so much against it.
Mm-hmm.
She was against platonic friendships of any kind. You know, she was against me meeting strangers and talking about my book and all stuff like that. So she definitely didn't like uh, any ex girlfriends, any just cool homegirl. She was against all that. So my prerequisite for when I got with somebody again was that she would be understanding of everything off the break. And she'd be able to have her friends too. You know what I'm saying? I'm not jealous. I ain't gonna be all up in her business. I ain't gonna be snooping around corners and peeking in. Hey, what you who you know him from? Why y'all hug? I ain't in all that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like a one of them hippies. Remember back in the our parents talk about the free love movement
Mm-hmm.
back in the '60s or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. You know what I'm saying? Now I don't go around kissing everybody and freaking everybody like they did. But the concept is you're free to enjoy yourself, enjoy life, and enjoy music, and just be one with the universe, be one with God, be one with nature, and not try to put handcuffs on people.
Mm.
You can't do this. You looking at her butt. Who is that calling you? That's my cousin. That's my cousin. Oh, well, y'all first cousin, second cousin. I ain't
Oh.
never heard of her being a cousin. You know, some cousins date. My ex was like that. You know, some cousins date. I don't know what kind of him. I ain't never seen her at one of your family functions. Let me see a picture. I'm gonna ask your mother about it.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, relationship shouldn't be this tough.
Do you think that was an insecurity of hers, or she was just super territorial?
Insecure,
Mm.
both,
So.
both. I'm talking about something. If I was like this, you made me like this. I'm like, nope. You told me stories about you. You told me stories about your ex-husband.
Uh-oh.
That's you been like that. See, I listen. I'm like Martin Lawrence when it comes to information. I be listening. Will Smith. I got the radars going. You told me all this stuff about your ex. Yeah, you been like this. I
Ooh.
just didn't pay attention to all the red flags.
Because there's a saying that says, red flags are like six flags when you're having fun.
And I'm gonna tell you something that's funny about her.
Okay.
She is, and I bet she still is. If I call her now, she is funnier than any comedian I've ever seen. And I love comedians. Some more, Tiffany Haddish, Wanda Sykes,
Yeah.
uh, all of them. What's my homegirl's name? In Chicago. God dang, I'm mad at. She's my favorite. I can't even think of her right now. But she's just super funny, funnier than Monique. She's funnier than everybody.
Mm.
But them insecurities, so you would have a great time around her. You would laugh your ass off. You would just have a good time. But then it hits. Oh, that little, what they say, the green-eyed monster hit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Dang.
Yeah, so,
That's unfortunate. But,
yeah.
sometimes the funniness covers up whatever's going on inside.
hmm
So,
And I don't know why she would be, I don't know. She had a lot going on for herself. I don't know why she was so jealous.
dang. You got them out here crazy.
I only wanted two of them. I only
Okay.
wanted two. The rest of them are cool. The rest of them real cool. They happy to hear from you. If I hit them on their birthdays or something, they be so happy. If I bump into them, they so happy to see me.
Mm,
Like that one out there, she like F you.
dang.
F you. Told you I
So
ain't never want to see you again and hear your voice again, and I meant it. But anyway,
that's crazy. So, damn. So, what do you like typically look for in a woman? Do you think you have a type?
intelligence, sense of humor, security. She got to be secure within herself.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I said intelligence, right?
You did.
You say
You can say it
if
more
you're
than
turned,
once. With
yeah,
a
if
P
you're
with a
turned
back.
on, exactly. If you're turned on by an intelligent person, you're sapiosexual.
Mm-hmm.
So, so that would be something else. And that's pretty much it. I mean, other things are just, I guess, icing on the cake or just side dishes, ornaments, or whatever. So there's no particular weight. They can be on the skinny side. They can be on the thick girl side.
You like them
They can
all.
be, they can be right in the middle. Any complexion, black is black. But yeah, just a secure woman that's smart
Okay.
and likes to have fun, not jealous.
Oof. Oof.
Yeah.
Okay. um, are you open to like open relationships or polyamorous or threesomes?
No threesomes. Yeah, it's hard enough pleasing one woman. You got to give one woman all your attention and do everything it takes to get her where she needs to be or where she wants to be physically. Uh, that might be biologically because that's internally making that climax happen the proper way.
Right.
So trying to do that with two women at the same time, ooh, nope, 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 nope.
Is that a lot?
It sounds like fun, but no, I'll pass on that. Uh, Polyamorism, that would be interesting
Okay.
because I I have seen people speak on it that were in them,
Mm-hmm.
and not everybody in the relationship is having sex.
Right.
And that's interesting because some people can't grasp that concept, but I can.
I
Because
can
some people are
too.
just caretakers, or some people like the security, or some people just like the family aspect. So
Yeah.
it could be non-sexual people in a relationship.
There's so
And I know,
many other like
yeah.
levels to polyamorous.
And there's some women that have like two or three men, and the men serve different purposes. And I think one man in this particular one, he was just a protector.
Mm,
And he said, I'm there to just to look out for you. And he didn't spell it out that way initially. He was just there.
yeah.
But it turned out when everything broke down and everything evolved, he was a protector. And he didn't just protect her, he protected the children and the other men. But it's not like he
Wow.
was a security guard. It's not like he was a security guard. And I'm here to protect you men because you guys are weak. But
Yeah.
that's what he was capable of. So it's almost like you have a chef in the house and everybody can cook, but it just
Mm-hmm.
so happens that this one person can cook like gourmet meals. He's not there to be their cooks. It just so happens that that's his strong point, and that's what he brought to the table. But it's not like when they got together, he was saying, all right, I'm going to come here and cook for everybody because I cook real good.
Yeah.
When they all got together, all their natural qualities and characteristics and strengths came out. And that's what he would do. He enjoyed cooking for people.
There's so many levels to that. Like,
Yeah.
I always say, I'm not mature enough for a polyamorous relationship because I'm kind of spoiled and I like all the attention on me. And I mean, I know that the attention has to be kind of split
Wait, hold on.
because,
Stop it right there. Stop it right there. I know you're talking to me, but let me talk to you for a second.
yeah, talk to me.
What if it were two men in you? So it wouldn't just be attention on you, it would be double the attention on you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you come home and one is like, hey, how you doing? The other one's like, hey, how you doing? And one is like, let's go out to a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's like, cool, I got the kids. Go ahead, do your thing. See, that flips it because when you presented it, it was like it would have to be two women and one, you and another woman and a man.
Yeah.
But it could be two men and a woman.
You know what?
No threesomes. One could be non-sexual, but it's a family. It's a bond. It's a small community that's created, and they're out there. They're out there.
When you put it like that, right? You
Mm.
know, I might be open to that.
All that attention showering on you. And what if one of them is actually a chef, like I mentioned earlier?
Well, you know, I love to eat.
Uh-huh. He was like, damn.
One is chefing it up, the other one taking care of my kids. Yes.
Yeah, he playing video games, or he likes to go to the park or do all these basketball or whatever with the kids. And the other one is, you know what I'm saying?
I like
So
it.
I figured you
If
would.
y'all out there, holla at me in my
Yeah.
Dang, and then when you put it like that, see, you know what's crazy? That it's good that you threw that question on me because I guess that I'm always, when I think polyamorous, because I see so much of it going the route of two females and a male. I
Mm-hmm.
know that there is two males and a female, or you know, I know that dynamic exists, but you just never really hear about it as much. So it slips my mind. But now you putting it on me, I'm like, you know, that's a totally different way to look at it, you know. Especially when you're a woman who would love double the attention. Why not, right? So
And
yeah.
what I'm talking about, there were three men,
Mm-hmm.
but one was non-sexual.
Okay.
He was just there and he was holding things down and putting, he was adding to the finances. But she was sexual with the other two.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't spell it out, but she said that one's non-sexual, which means he's different from these two. So
Mm-hmm.
you just put two and two together. And the other two were cool. One worked a lot and traveled a lot. You know what I'm saying? So he wasn't there all the time.
Okay.
He would be there for spans of time. But sometimes he had to work long hours. And the other one was sort of like the one that she could just talk to and chill with like a best friend. They were like
Mm.
real cool buddies. And he wasn't messing with anybody else. So it was an interesting setup. Interesting setup.
Uh, Polo Nate Sim said he's taking detailed notes.
If we got some more stuff for you.
Yeah, okay, we only getting started.
Yeah, we got some more stuff.
But yeah, no, that's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even hold you. That's good. Phew. Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where you dated someone who had still been married or currently like in a situation that isn't necessarily a situation, it's just the dynamic is we're still living together, we're separated, or they've been separated, you know, just estranged, I guess, and trying to figure out life. Is that a deal breaker for you? Like, would you be like, no, until you get your divorce, or would you be like, I'm open?
Well, I got to be open because what if somebody else snatch? Like if she's the bomb, if
Mm-hmm.
she's perfect, what if somebody else comes and snatches her up? They're more understanding than I would be. If I said, nah, I ain't messing with you right now. You fine, you're attractive, you're intelligent, you have all the qualities I want in a woman. You like to have fun and make me laugh and everything, and we can just go cut up and go to all these restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna hold off until your paperwork is complete. Oh yeah, I know y'all not really together, but nah, I'm gonna wait till your paperwork. That's not being understanding. If another brother comes and like, Dad, y'all not together? All right, yeah, we can do this. And now I'm left out on the side,
Yeah.
and he's getting all the perks. And then when the paperwork goes through, he rolling with her, and she was the
Ooh.
prime catch. But I was too too legal minded to be
Mm-hmm.
with. Nah, I'm gonna jump on that.
Mm.
And I've been through that. I've been through that at least 2 times, probably 3. Matter of fact, I think I've been through it more times than I realized because I remember one woman. Oh, she was fine. She was a model,
Okay.
and somebody introduced me to her, and we hit it off, and we would just have fun. We would go out to all these new restaurants. I never took her to a place I've been to before,
Mm-hmm.
and they were always nice places. So when we started dating, like when I date, I like to take them to simple places like Starbucks, Friday, something real simple because I'm not trying to spend a lot of money because I don't know who you are. I'm
Okay.
not trying to,
Smart.
yeah, I'm not trying to impress you. Now
Mm-hmm.
we're gonna keep it simple. Once I figure out who you are and see if you're worthy, then I can spend some money because if I'm dating, I might be dating 3, 4, 5 women at the same time, and I'm not gonna spend $100, $200 dinners on each one.
Listen,
So
you go,
we keep
boy.
it simple. Appetizers, small dinners, Fridays, whatever. But this particular woman, we went to something nice. We was just having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
And we kicked it for 2 years. A little model, a little, oh, yeah, she a sexy little something. Had all this style and all these little fancy clothes and a little haircut. She was the bomb.
Nice.
But we drifted away, but it turns out she was engaged the entire time. And I was helping
Dang.
her sow her royal oats before she got married. So she was our king and I was America. And
Listen,
she
come on, coming
came,
to America.
and we had so much fun. We had so much fun. We
Mm.
up. Oh, it was always at nighttime too. And she was available at nighttime. I would go pick her up at 8, 9, yeah, 8, 9 o'clock, sometimes 7 o'clock, but it was always dark.
Yeah.
And we go out and we just hit the city.
Mm.
Drinking Patron, drinking margaritas, drinking vodka, going back to my place, cutting up, going to, we was in public. I didn't know she was engaged. She never, you know what I'm saying? So,
Damn.
yeah, she's still cool. She's still sexy.
Okay, well, shout out to her. Hopefully, your fiance or now husband isn't watching this tonight.
Hmm. You got that right.
Shit.
But it's interesting you bring that up because I remember going to a party
Mm.
and there was a woman there and she was cool. So we stood out to each other. I guess the energy and everything was on point,
Mm.
but it wasn't an attraction thing. It was just a vibe thing. So we
Okay.
started talking and we got next to each other and we were playing this game of analyzing all the different moves. There was a guy being loud, trying to get attention, like, all right, he can't get attention verbally, or he doesn't know how to approach a woman the right way. So he's just trying to be all loud, like he's all big and bad. And you see another one that was
Mm.
real smooth, and he walk up to somebody, he might whisper in their ear a little bit, and they start talking or whatever. Then you have some women doing their thing, and they dancing a certain way. So we just analyzing people.
Yeah.
But then she started breaking down to me how to have a person on the side. So it
Mm.
turns out she was married
Mm-hmm.
and she had a a special friend. I'm gonna say special friend. She had a. I
I
don't
like
like
that
saying
term, special
you
friend.
like special friend.
Oh
Yeah, the
yeah.
side piece. Side piece sounds so. I ain't gonna say. Well, it sounded so bad. So, and no, some people on the side, them special friends, they are really nice people.
Yeah.
So she was telling me about the really nice person in her life,
Mm-hmm.
and then she broke down to me how to have a person on the side. She was telling me some of the rules to go by.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, make sure the person is, well, no, first of all, she said, make sure you're open and honest if you're going to reach out to somebody, you're going to have a relationship on the side. And I was
Okay.
single now. She said, uh, it's nothing worse than a woman feeling betrayed if you lied to her and told her that you were single when you weren't,
Mm-hmm.
or that you weren't dating around uh, when you really were dating around. So she said you got to deal with the pain from that betrayal and
Yeah.
you lying to her. Then she said you're gonna have to feel the wrath of her anger.
Yeah.
So it's two things you gotta deal with. So she said if you are open and honest up front, you'll be surprised at how far that takes you because a woman may be accepting of it. And then she'll share some things with you
Yeah.
that she probably couldn't share with the average person. But once you open up, she's like, oh, well, you know what? I got this going on. I got somebody. Like that woman I told you about, she could have been like, I'm engaged, even though that woman didn't tell me, but she could be like, I'm engaged to somebody. I'm supposed to get married in November. So let's just have a whole bunch of hot butt naked sex, like real steamy, ooh, sex. And when November hits, I'm gonna have to back up. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So you should just be open and honest with people. And yeah, those
Oof.
things stuck. Those things stuck. And that goes for fantasies and stuff, sexual stuff too. Some guys don't say what they really want from a woman because they
Mm-hmm.
think, oh, she ain't, nah, I'm gonna
She ain't
turn
gonna
her
be
off.
down, but you be
Yeah, I'm gonna
surprised
save
with.
all this. I'm gonna save all this for Pornhub. I ain't gonna share this with her, or I'm gonna do it by myself on a computer screen.
Listen.
But women have their own desires. Women have their own needs and wants, and you tell them a little bit, she might be like, oh, for real? Well, let me show you what I got, because this is what I like to do. This is what I'm
Yeah.
interested in. Can you do this? Can you do that? I had a woman, oh my goodness. Well, since you and I are talking, I guess I had to tell you. Because, yeah, y'all got some wild desires, some of y'all. But I had one woman, she she wanted to use a dildo on a man. And this wasn't me. This wasn't me. Well, maybe she was talking to me. Maybe she was talking on the topic, trying to see if I was open to it so she can present it to me. But she was talking about how she wanted to use a dildo. I've always wanted to use a dildo on somebody. I'm like, what you mean? I mean, on the man. I'm like, on the man. Yeah, it's just, I don't know, but I mean, a man should be open to that. I'm like, I don't know, but women have some interesting things, interesting places. I
It
used to be
goes wild.
I used to be a quote unquote exhibitionist.
I can see
Was
that.
telling you all types of stuff. I wrote a story on that, but I flipped it. I made it a woman instead of me.
Okay.
But I used to like. I mean, you got hotels and you got your own apartment, but I used to like going to parks at like midnight, taking a woman to a park around midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning, and just going into the woods. Yeah, I used
Oh,
to.
you like
Oh, I used to do that.
are
I used to
you
do
like
that.
a thrill seeker type of person? Like, do you like the chance of getting caught? Like that feeling of, oh, we might get caught tonight. Like, you like that feeling?
I
The
like nature.
adrenaline?
No, that's really not it.
No?
I don't think. I hope that's not it.
You got
Because
you eating
I
like
do like, yeah, I like some thrill seeking activities, but
mm.
it's something about the outdoors, the
Because you're
trees and
in
the
nature.
greenery. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
and I've done it in the daytime too. I remember walking around with the woman that uh we were in the park probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon,
Mm-hmm.
walking the path, and you had people out there in the park doing their thing. And we started talking and talking trash. And then I said, all right. I said, I'm going to count to three. When I count to three, you just got to be ready. She was like, all right. And I waited till the coast was clear and nobody was coming towards us and no one was coming behind us. And I counted to three and I grabbed the arm. We took our run and we went probably into the woods, probably, I don't know, maybe 50 yards and just had some fun. So yeah,
Wow.
but that was the one that snuck off that night. Talking about something she want to be in a relationship and she snuck off that night.
Okay.
Yeah, that was her. We had some good times. But
Wow.
yeah, that was my thing.
So since we're on that topic of your little what you like to do you have any weird things that you are in that you like? Like, do you have any unique things that turn you on?
They might be weird to other people.
Okay.
They're not weird to me, but I believe I think I'm the president of 1% of men out there.
Okay.
But there are a couple of things other than the base thing. But one thing that I'm going to say the number one thing I really love with Black women are stretch marks
Mm.
on a woman's behind and her hips. Behind is first place. She got
So
stretch
I'm
marks
guessing
like
you're
that.
more of a butt guy.
One can say that.
Okay.
One can say that. But yeah, stretch marks on the behind, stretch marks on the hips, stretch marks on the thighs.
Mm-hmm.
I close my eyes thinking about it. I'm like, oh yeah. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but it's something real feminine about it to me.
Okay.
And that's definitely a turn on that would appear to be weird to some people, but that's just natural for me. I would take that over nice creamy behind and creamy legs. Nah, them
You
stretch
like a
marks
little
back
bit
there.
of abstract art.
Mm-hmm. It's
No,
beautiful. It's
I
beautiful.
agree.
This woman, this feminine, it's just this woman stuff. I like woman stuff. I like a woman to be a woman. You smell like a woman. You do your little thing in the mirror. All that stuff is attractive. You get your little clothes and your little skirts. All that stuff is attractive. When you start looking like a man, I'm like, you know what? You trying to go play some basketball because I ain't messing with you sexually. We can go
Oh my God.
we
So
can
you
go.
like true feminine.
Yeah, it
True
doesn't have to
feminine
be
energy. No
right.
masculine energy, so you don't like rough bitches.
No, that's another topic. I don't know. Well, we can go there for a second if you want to stay there. We
let's
can.
let's dive into it. I mean, because you know what I was told? I was always told I have really strong masculine energy. Like I'm a very like rough bitch.
But that's okay. What I described was feminine characteristics and feminine practices.
Mm-hmm.
That's different from the energy.
Yes.
Now, if a man is strong, then your feminine energy is not going to come across as masculine.
Okay.
It may tilt the scale because you got super feminine and then you got the feminine.
Yeah.
If you're feminine instead of super feminine, like super feminine is dainty.
I ain't that.
But if you're a regular feminine and you can do some extra things that a man may consider manly, a man is not going to be bothered by that. A strong man is not going to be bothered by that. Now, if he's on the weaker side, yeah, then all that's going to bother him.
Yeah.
It's really going to bother him because he's like, hey, she's doing things I can do. Or she's being a little forceful, a little aggressive, or her energy is coming at me in a way that I can't really handle. Now, I don't know what to do with this.
Mm.
But some men will meet you and try to like make a little clash. Some of y'all like that. Like, all right, I see you being manly with me. I like that. But some will shrink. And then some will be like this. Just checking you out. Like, all right, do your little thing. You can be over it in an hour or something, but go ahead and get that little energy out of, just go ahead, express yourself. And then afterwards, they back at you.
That's true. So what about in women? So do you prefer a more submissive woman versus a more dominant woman?
Nah, because I don't like to conquer woman.
Mm.
I'm not a conqueror.
Okay.
I am. I like aggressive women, but I don't need to. I don't have I lock my ego away. That night when all that stuff went down and I had the confrontation with the woman and my father laid that wisdom on me, I locked my ego away and I never bring it out. But no, I don't. No, I ease up off of that.
Okay.
I ease up off of that.
Let's go into, since we're at egos, do you think it's important to kill your ego?
You're the ego killer. And you're talking about your own ego.
Mm-hmm.
And that's cool if your ego is too big and it's harmful. Because sometimes your ego can direct you in ways that you don't really want to go, but you don't want to feel a certain way or be looked upon in a certain way. So now you got to do things outside of your nature just to prove that you're not this way or that way. And that's a bunch of bull to me. But I'm secure in who I am. So a lot of things can be presented to me and I'm like, whatever. I ain't thinking about that.
At what age do you think men learn themselves? Like, truly?
I had a good joke for that, but I'm gonna leave that alone. Because you said men. If you just said males, I said they normally learn themselves around 12 or 13.
Okay.
But that's a teenage pervert boy joke.
Okay.
Men normally learn themselves around what? 30? Okay. I'm going to put it to you this way. Men normally learn themselves about 24, 23, 24, 25. But they practice what they learn probably around 38, 39, 40.
Okay.
So if you learn yourself, you still may not want to give in to what you need to do or the right moves to make or the right person to be with because your lesser self, your instant gratification, I forgot it, is it the id? It might be the id, but you want to go and do things that you want to do, whatever, regardless of the consequences. And then later on, like, all right, I give in. All right, I give in. All right, let me stop. All right, I'm gonna stop all that little BS and I was doing. Let me chill. Do the right thing.
So
around 38, 39, 40.
38, 39. Okay. Do you think men know who they want to be with right away? Like, you think if a man met a woman that he knew he wanted to marry, would he know in the first 5 minutes of meeting her, or do you think it takes time?
The first day, yeah. Many of us know the first day.
Really?
Yes, but that goes to what I was saying. Just because he knows it, it doesn't mean he's going to give into it. So if he's 25, 26, he knows exactly what he wants and he meets that woman. Part of him may be like, but look, I still got some business to take care of because I still like this. I still like that. She fine. I ain't been to hedonism yet. I want to go to such and such. I always had a dream to be with a Baltimore Raven cheerleader. I want to do
okay.
I want to travel overseas. Yeah, I want to do something. And some brothers be like, I want to go to Brazil, and you know they
and
got
go
a woman
crazy.
there. Yeah, one brother told me, he said for I think $5 for the weekend. I think he said for $5 he had, well, for $15 he had, no, $10 he had 2 different women for the entire weekend, and they would shower him. Yes, I said $5. He said $5 a piece, and they would shower him. They would dry him off. Then they would go to bed, and they would just hang out with him through the whole weekend. So if you want to do all that kind of stuff, just because you met the right person, you may not have the willpower.
You ain't
Or
ready to sit down yet.
Yeah, or the intention. You might be like, I know this is the right one, but I'm not ready yet. That's why you see men and be engaged for 15 years. Maybe like they get with somebody at 25 and they 40. They're like, all right, I'm ready to get married now. They got 4 kids. They didn't have 2 houses. They didn't have 7 cars in that 15-year period. You're like, oh, I'm cool. I'm ready now.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Some of y'all wait, but then some of y'all be like, I'm
Hell
gonna give me
no.
a little.
Like,
I'm gonna give me.
boy,
I'm gonna.
you
No,
you I give you 2 years with me. You get two
in
years.
year six, they're like, I'm gonna give me a special friend.
Shit ain't in year one. What you
I heard
what we
that.
talking about?
I heard that, and then he like, yeah, they be at parties or gatherings or whatever,
Mm,
and somebody say, hey, when y'all two can get married? And he like, oh, it's coming, we gonna get married.
I
And
hate that.
she like, I'm having fun. We ain't gotta get married. I
Take your
got my
time,
special
darling.
friend. I got my special friend. He doing whatever I do. He don't even lick vagina no more. And my special friend licks vagina, so I'm cool. Cause I can't wait to get married to you, to your non-vagina licking ass.
And you know what's crazy? It feels like the longer you're with people, there's like an expiration date. I hate to say that, but like it's like sometimes people stretch their time out with people just because they like them and don't really understand that they've grown and they've learned things and they've lived and they've seen things they like and they want to do that this person is just not about anymore or any longer. And when you were with them, maybe in that first couple of years, you guys had like a lot in common. But as you've grown as an individual, because like I know, unless you're married, you're still single. So you're still an individual. And even when you are married, you're still an individual. So you have
Mm,
your own journey to go through as an individual, as a single person, right? And in that journey, you find things, you see things, you go through your own things. And you may come out in the end and realize, I don't even know this person. This is not who I want to be with. This is not the person I thought this was. And it's like some people don't understand that that's the risk you take dealing with people or being with someone and extending the time. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Not really understanding at the beginning that, okay, now I know I'm for sure I'm ready to be in a relationship, but you just in them because you just don't want them to be with somebody else. So you just be like, I'm in this because I want them to be with me. But while you're with them, you're like, yo, why am I doing this?
right.
Why are they
I
still here?
think, yeah, what you just said is why platonic friends are important.
Yeah.
Because
Keep talking. I'm about to get my
say,
food. Keep talking.
all right, say the man is a sports junkie. He loves going to live basketball games or live football games or sitting on the couch or whatever watching sports. And the woman likes to go to museums.
Mm-hmm.
And the man is like, look, I'm not a big museum person. I might go with you once a year, but come on now. It's you seen one museum, you seen them all.
Yeah.
If she has a platonic friend, hopefully not a special friend, I'm gonna leave a special friend out of this. But if she
Okay.
has a platonic friend that enjoys museums, then that's where she can go.
Yeah.
She may not even have a girlfriend that enjoys them, but she may find a man that enjoys them. I'm a big museum person, so that's why I'm bringing that up.
Me too. I like museums too.
Yeah, so
I'm being front.
just like when Martin, that guy would go shoe shopping with Gina, even though that
Yes.
guy, but he
Yes.
had an ulterior motive. He was trying to get with Pam.
Mm-hmm.
I can go with your girl and not want to get with her. I just go to the museums and it'd be cool to have somebody else to go with.
That's
But
it.
yeah, platonic friends are right there. And if your lady doesn't like to go to sports games with you, you know what I'm saying? She might go to one Wizard game with you a year, but she's like, look, I'm not sitting in the stadium. These people yelling, they spilling beer, they're fighting over there.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on the field. I'm not trying to sit in this daggone stadium. The dude might have, and some women love sports. They love live sports. So that's where platonic friends can come in handy.
I agree. I also think that this brings me back to like one of my past episodes, but I also think that people overlook compatibility all the time. Like true compatibility, not we just have a few things in common, but like, am I compatible with this person?
Right.
Like, do we, because just having things in common, it's just people, the only real thing that's constant in this world is change. So people are gonna grow and change all the time, you know. So something that you may have in common with someone may not be your speed in a couple of years.
That's true.
And it's like, then what? You know what I'm saying? What else is
Mm-hmm.
there?
And you're gonna be stuck. Uh, you have to be open-minded.
Mm-hmm.
So if your vision or your needs and desires are real narrow, it's gonna be hard for somebody to break outside of that. And
Yeah.
if you're with somebody for 5 or 10 years, they're gonna expand beyond this little narrow viewpoint you have of yourself. And that's where your side relationships come in, or your divorces come in, and all that kind of stuff. But if you're like this, you can do whatever you want. Just don't go outside this perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
This person can go all over the place and bounce everywhere, mentally and physically, but they're still within the boundaries that you set.
Yeah.
But you had to set realistic boundaries, because I think this little boundary right here,
You
that's
have
unrealistic.
to set realistic boundaries.
You can't do
Exactly.
that. You can't do this. You can't do that. And the woman is like, dang, I can't do nothing. And he like, but I love you. Here's the ring. She like, yeah, but I can't do nothing. But I do
Yeah.
want to be married. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have my dinner on the table by 7 o'clock. You gotta do this with the kids. You gotta do that. You can't do this. You can't go out with them. I don't like that girlfriend. And you can't. I'm like, oh no.
I've
Yeah, I've
been
never
there
been that type
before.
of person.
That is
Yeah.
not, that ain't the business. I said to myself, I would never, like, again, because unfortunately, love is not enough. So, I mean, it's got to be a balance of everything. And I don't know. I just feel like people don't pay attention to every aspect when they just want to be. Some people just in relationships just to say I'm in one.
Right. And you mentioned things in common.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all could both like Jordans, like wearing Michael Jordan shoes.
Yeah.
That's something. That's something in common.
Yeah.
Y'all might even have the same shoe size. She might have a real big foot, or he can have a small foot,
Mm-hmm.
and y'all waited. But that's not enough. Y'all
Not
need
enough.
some real commonalities that like y'all can hang out for hours and just have a great time.
And do nothing. Like
Right.
absolutely nothing.
And y'all just vibe. Y'all just go out and it's just cool every time.
Yeah,
And
you
the
genuinely
person can
like
balance you.
them.
If you're loud, the person can chill. Or if you're loud, they can be loud if they need to be loud with you. Or both of y'all can chill, or y'all can be silent sometimes. Listen
Yeah,
to some good
that's a good
music.
balance.
Yeah, listen to some music, drink some wine. Then other times y'all can just get up and dance. Y'all can be by yourselves and dance at home. You ain't got to go to a club and dance. So
I like
there's
that.
so many different ways to I guess build a bond and enjoy company one-on-one than just sitting around watching TV and then going to McDonald's or going to a restaurant and coming back home. There's a whole lot of stuff out there.
Yeah, it is. Do you, as a person who is a writer, do you write from experience mostly, or do you write from just things that you see or just come out
Everything. I
of?
write from experience, past experience, uh, things I hear sometimes, rarely from things I hear,
Yeah,
rarely. But then
really.
sometimes I write from how things should be. So I could talk to you
Mm-hmm.
and you could give me an idea. You can say, damn, you know what? I never dated a fireman. I wonder how that would be.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you know what? Let me write something about a woman that has never been with a fireman. She's been with all types of men. Then she gets with a fireman and he changes her entire outlook on men and relationships. So I can do that.
I like that. That's how I write too. I write from experience, and I also write from other people's experience. I write more from other people's experiences because it's easier for me. It's easier for me.
You ain't got to reveal yourself.
Listen, the closest of revealing we got was Lonnie, and that's it. All y'all getting.
All
Okay.
right. I'm with you. I'm with you. I got your back.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
We get
But
kind of close in your podcast so far. You revealed some of your inner thoughts. Yeah, lessons from my exes. You reveal some stuff, some nice insight.
And we're just getting started. You're episode 3, so we have a long way to go in this season, and some of these conversations are gonna get intense,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna have to reveal some sides to me that I can't say I'm not ready for because it is what it is, you know.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
I look forward to that.
Yeah, you know, it's time for me to talk because it's crazy how this came about. This whole situation came about from, okay, I'm a leasing consultant, right? This whole thing came about because I was speaking to some of residents at a community that I worked with a couple of years ago, and I used to give them advice like all the time, like relationship advice, all kinds of stuff. And they used to call it Malone Mondays because every Monday they would come down and just ask me for advice, and I just talk to them or whatever. And they said
That's fly.
you should do a like a podcast. And I was like, I don't even want to hear myself talk for that long. I don't know if anybody else would. And they're like, no, you have such great like insight. You should do a podcast. And I'm like, nah. And mind you, this is years ago, and I was just like, I'm never going to do it. But now that we're in this pandemic, it has granted me more time and opportunity to get some stuff done that I never thought I would have time for. So here we
And
are.
your voice is so calming.
Thank you.
If I was like Denzel when he was going off in Training Day, I'm putting cases on all you, bitch. Your voice would bring all that down. You really have a really nice, and you do this thing, and you talk, and make the person say,
I
"Hmm, talk more, tell me more." So
Yeah,
you have an audio book voice.
Can I do one of your books? Can I do an audio record one of your
Yeah,
books?
you can be a character, and you act too, so you can do your thing. Because I see you on TV all the time.
Listen, doing my little ID channel reenactments,
Yeah, you know
reenactment
what I mean?
joints. Yeah.
Have you thugged out? I told you when I first saw you, I was like, they better not kill her. They better not kill her. And then you in here doing bank robberies and jacking people, and you and your man rolling up on people and stealing cars, and I'm like, dang,
Me and Trey
she
Chaney.
gangster. She gangster.
Yeah.
Damn.
I always like to play characters that is the complete opposite of me.
You got some gangster in you.
You know. You know
And you
me.
brought up that masculine energy. You said some of the men was like,
Yes.
you too.
Yes. I get that a lot, but you know what?
It's that
They love
Taurus.
it. Yeah, and I'm a
It's that
Taurus.
Taurus. That Taurus the bull up in there.
That's in there. Yep. So, and I'm kind of bossy. Oh, dang. I didn't even know this thing had a timer, did you?
I thought it was a 59 minutes or something.
Okay.
I don't see it on my end.
Oh, on mine it
You
says it
set it
says
up.
we have a minute left to talk.
God
So
dang.
I know we have such good conversations.
Yeah.
All right, so if I'm going to do a minute, let me go back to rapid fire real quick. Breakup song. I want you to tell them your heartbreak song, something that gets you right when you have a heartbreak, and your song that gets you over a heartbreak.
The heartbreak song is Prince, I Hate You. That's on the bomb. That's on the bomb. That's when you take the woman to court for cheating on him, and the ruling is that she got to have sex with him one more time,
Mm.
and she has to make it good like it was before. And the Get Your Mind Right song is Something in the Past by Guru. Something in the Past, a deep song. My little breakup with the woman that was messing around, I listened to that song for like 2 or 3 days in a row,
Damn,
nonstop. Something in the past.
I like that. Yeah. So, Marlon, once again, thank you so much for coming on and speaking to me. This is our second time doing this, but
Yeah,
once again, you came in and did your thing, gave us a lot of gems and a lot of information to take away. And like people in the chat are really loving what you said. So I really appreciate you wholeheartedly, greatly. I thank you so much for
I
coming on.
appreciate it. Thank you for having me. And we'll fill in the blanks later for all the things we left out from the other one. We'll add those on to the next one.
Absolutely.